Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot. And this is a general collective love reading. All signs, timeless, for the person on your mind. Throughout the reading, we'll go through, we'll get an overall view of your person's energy towards the connection. We'll get a view of your energy towards them and vice versa. We'll peek a little bit into their or the strongest crossing and connecting love energies, any intentions they may have towards you, and following will kind of shift the reading to you and what is being called of you to see within yourself and to act upon. So what to recognize or be aware of, and what to release through the lens of this experience. And then we'll close it out with a little bit of guidance and maybe some charms and tiles, and we'll go from there. It's a general reading, so keep that in mind as you listen. Keep in mind that it's geared towards a large collective of viewers who are on the same frequency, but that have different experiences. So you'll want to connect with and trust your intuition throughout the entirety of the reading. This will ensure that you take the messages that are intended for you and you leave those that aren't behind for whomever they are for. And with that in mind, let's get into it. Okay, what do we want to do for your person? Let's do this one. Okay, what is your person, the one you're here for, what is their overall energy towards this connection? As you're listening presently, what is your person's overall energy towards this connection? So what popped out first was intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. So this could possibly mean that there is an awareness within your person, that there is something different and more profound here in this connection. There's an intuitive guiding force to how they're viewing the connection. Next is intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. This intuitive knowing and awareness could be pointing to this person to that there's something here beyond what they're used to, a connection or a purpose that binds and bonds the two of you together. This connection is a light in the dark for this person, something that brings them alive and connects them in some sense. Possibly that is opening and activating their heart space. And hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. Very interesting. This person knows that there is unfinished business between the two of you. They are in an expecting or assuming kind of energy, knowing that whatever's happened between the two of you up to this point, it's not over. There is more to your story. This person may be manifesting you, tapping into and learning how to do that through the power of the mind, the power of belief, and the law possibly of assumption, intuition, intimacy, and hoping. This is very heart space, inner, beautiful energy that your person is in. All of these images are of a dark setting with light, kind of like a rave or something with this, creating these like traces of light patterning in the darkness, a bonfire. Right? Reaching a destination or getting to a destination in feeling for you that they never thought that maybe they would get there. And a candle in the darkness. Okay? And let's see. What is your overall energy towards one another right now? How are each of you viewing each other? What's your overall energy in regards to one another? That one wanted to come out. Okay. This one. So 2 wanted to come out for you, and that is the King of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So masculine energy, passionate, inspired, driven, feeling victorious and accomplished in some way in regards to this connection or in regards to your person. Let me take a look and see what comes out. I'm kind of drawn to this light in his chest, this fire, and it's just reminding me of just like a fire burning. You have your sights set directly in front of you, and you are very present in how you're viewing this connection. There is a sense of moving beyond conflict and inability to find common ground with your person, and learning and evolving from the ways in which you used to communicate to a more expanded and mature way of communicating. Wands, very passionate, an understanding possibly on your side that this person, this connection is a big part of, or revolving around, or guiding you to your life path in some way. There's illumination around the rider on the 6 of Wands. Illumination, understanding, and light around his head as well. There is clarity that's come to you through this connection and how you view this person. You have a greater understanding about why they do the things they do, or why they haven't done the things, that they should be doing. Both characters feel like this horse is not moving forward. So it feels like, in a sense, there is being steadfast and fixed in what you're willing to do, right? You know your worth, you're staying present. There's an awareness that this is a beautiful and purposeful connection, but that it doesn't require, or it's not a time to chase. It's a time to be present and to observe and to recognize what this new clarity is that you have towards this person. Okay, let's put these away so we have some room. Okay. And what wanted to come out for how they're viewing you? King of Pentacles. They're viewing you as somebody who's very successful, who has made a beautiful and successful life for themselves, who's independent, prosperous, and very capable. They admire this within you. And it's something that they hold dear to them. There might, with this expression on this character's face, it does feel a little bit cold or critical or skeptical, or possibly maybe even resent. Perhaps your success, your confidence, your incredibly impressive ability to take what happens to you in life and to apply it as a lesson rather than a wound or a victim reinforcement, right? You are very passionate. You know what you want. They see this in you, and they see that you're very successful in the things that you choose to pursue. And it's an admiration, but also possibly a little bit of resentment, or something that they'd like for themselves that maybe they feel they are lacking. Okay, let's put those there. What is the strongest connecting energy between the two of you right now? Existing between, felt by both. Strongest connecting love energy between you and the person you're here for. Spirit, please show me the strongest connecting energy. Transformation, high vibrations. You each have chosen to step into a higher vibration that is in alignment with your soul's path and higher knowings. You both now have the awareness that you are limitless and ready for transformation. Also a heart, right? A dark background with a fiery illuminated, object in the middle of it. Transformation. There's a moving from denial or a refusal to see to an awareness that through the energy, transformation and what is it? It would be through coming together and the colliding of your energies. It was inevitable that awareness was brought to each of you in your own behaviors, baseline operating systems, beliefs, and old habits and ways of operating in romantic connections. So each of you have helped to illuminate the path for one another that will lead to purpose, life path, and expansion through the area of romance and love and human connection. Okay, let's see here. What important aspect are they keeping from you? What are they not telling? What are they not sharing? What are they keeping hidden and quiet from you? They are keeping from you that you woke up their feminine side and they're feeling very romantic. You've inspired them to listen to love songs, to write, to paint, or to create. And I had mentioned something about your heart space opening. So this is a shared experience that you have through one another, this transformation. So this person possibly was operating very much so from their masculine side, and their feminine aspects were dormant and inactive, which is masculine is creating, forging, going forward, initiating, right, structuring, commanding, teaching, right? But the feminine aspect of that is awareness and the intuitive and emotional side, which men and women do have, right? Both feminine and masculine within us. And there's an imbalance and a rigidity that occurs within us when we are not balanced in our masculine and feminine energies within. So you woke this person up to their heart space. That makes sense. Heart song, right? You inspire me to listen to love songs. So song as well. Their sensual side, right? There may be an awareness or a realization or an acceptance that they do have a craving or a need that is being unmet in a sensual and a sensual sense that only intimacy can provide, in that confiding and connecting with human connection, right? It is relationships and human connection is the greatest catalyst for awareness and illumination of the shadows within us. So you have woken this person up to their heart. They were operating very much so possibly from a very logical, mental way of living their life. And you're helping them to start to feel again, connecting them with their intuition, helping them to recognize that they do want and need connection and human intimacy, right? And there's faith and a realization that this can be a possibility with you. Okay. What is the strongest crossing energy between you and your person right now? Strongest crossing energy. Where is the disconnect in this connection? Learning, rejected and accepted. The strongest crossing energy is feeling rejected by one another. But it could actually be that was the wound that was illuminated. And it wasn't actually, each other may have recreated those foundational unhealed wound experiences, but ultimately that wound existed before your person. So strongest crossing energy is a feeling of rejection. Let's see. I'm going to get a little bit more about that. And it looks like also, in some sense, either willful or unconscious blindness to what's in front of you. This woman has blindfold over her face, that she's just resting within, unaware that it's there, maybe operating from it, or finding solace in the comfort of not seeing the truth. So with this transformational connecting energy, it might be a sense, in each of you recognizing that blindfold is there. That there is something blocking you each from seeing the truth. All right, Spirit, please clarify. Or in some facet of this experience with your person on a two-way street, you learning and them learning, there is a lesson that is being rejected because there is an unwillingness to see it, or an unawareness that there is something to see. Okay, Spirit, please clarify this with the collective and their person. Why rejected is the strongest crossing? Oh, that's so interesting. This comes out a lot. So for you, what we have clarifying this rejected energy is support. I am not supported. So in some way through this connection, you're feeling unseen or unrecognized in your efforts towards this person or this connection or the things that you want to do. This might be possibly an expectation that you've placed upon this person of something that's not their responsibility. Maybe there was a way that you came to this person with a predetermined outcome that you wanted to happen, and because it didn't happen, you let yourself down, or by projecting that expectation upon this person rather than being open and flowing with the experience and whatever happens in it or through it. I am not supported. You're being called to take comfort and know that you are supported. Nurture your inner child and connect with the earth. Try to, if this message feels like it resonates with you, feel into what that might be, what story that you expected to happen, or what outcome you expected to happen that didn't happen, that led you to believe that you were rejected and unsupported in the connection. And for your person, confirming this rejected energy is, I cannot go on and I am so disconnected. And this makes sense. This keeps coming out. I think it was coming out on the collective side, but this time it's coming out on the person side. So there could be cross watchers, or it could be a mirrored energy. But I am so disconnected, right? And that makes sense because this person feels like a very rigid, somebody who operated very much from their masculine, logical, mental side. Feeling when you operate from that sheer will and you don't connect to your higher consciousness and your inner guidance. It does lead to feeling like you're disconnected from your power, and leads to feeling powerless, or like something is missing, or there's a void that can't be filled. That's a way of life that is not sustainable, and it does eventually lead to things going awry because it's not sustainable. So because this feeling of operating within their masculine energy and trying to think all of their problems and understand this from a purely logical understanding, there is a disconnect. The mind can't understand a connection of this type of depth. It has to be felt. And this, you woke me up to my feminine side, and I'm feeling very romantic. So this person is being called to spend time in quiet contemplation and to reflect and connect with their inner guidance. The ego can take us only so far. And this person is coming to realize that the dissatisfaction and halting that they felt in this connection and in their life in general when it comes to connecting with people romantically, there is some aspect of the connection or the experience of operating from the self that's not being included, and it's unsustainable. It's a fish out of water. It can only breathe for so long before there are feelings within the body, within the mind, right? Signs from our being that you are out of alignment, or you're going down a path or operating only in 5% of your capacity. They are opening up and waking up to their heart, to feeling. Their heart is light, is the true statement, which is very interesting. Right here it says, my heart is light, for the true statement, not the limiting trigger statement. And my heart is light. And also, my heart is light. A lot is coming to your person, much understanding and awareness of the connection and of themselves and of the path that's led them to where they are. They're waking up to feeling, and with this reconnecting with the heart, a lot is happening internally for this person as far as awareness of the self and what's led them here. So put that there. Let's see here. Let me use this one. What are your person's intentions towards you presently? What are their present intentions towards you? Okay, so we have the Tower and the Sun, with the Seven of Swords at the bottom. If this feels like your person has kept a lot from you, possibly because of distrust and sharing with you, or a belief that maybe it wouldn't make a difference, or because they foresaw something that would happen as a result of speaking true to you. But two major arcanas, the Tower and the Sun, are their intentions. The Tower is a belief, a lifestyle, a way of living that is built upon a faulty foundation that eventually has to crumble because it's going so far off path. It's, again, unsustainable. And what it feels like to me is this divine intervention of breaking the tower down lets the light shine through. It just feels like this tower is blocking the light and blocking the path. This person, it feels like maybe their intentions are to come towards you in a way that will be shocking. But after that initial coming towards you and maybe speaking truth or explaining their side of things, or letting you peer into their experience in some way, there will be light and hope and illumination, because they are very much so in this hope energy. hoping, expecting. I feel like your person is in a space where they see you, the real you. And there's no longer a debilitating or all-consuming fear in coming to you in a way that's authentic and true and vulnerable. It feels like with their intentions being this, that maybe things right now are dark and gloomy and hopeless in a sense from your perspective. You are definitely in your power and working on, navigating through your experiences with this person in your power, but it's not without a heaviness and a darkness and, an awareness of the discomfort and possibly hurt that has happened as a result of what's gone on between you. So this shows that once this tower is crumbled and this shocking event takes place, there will be clarity and light and bliss and joy between the two of you. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to bring your awareness to right now? What does Spirit want you to become aware of right now in this connection and experience? Surrender to receiving support and love. Let them in. With their intentions being the tower, this is going to be shocking, unexpected, possibly blindside you. But on the other side of it is beauty and clarity and light and bliss. So be open to this little bit of what feels like conflict, but know that those clouds and that confusion and gloom and despair will subside, and there will be clarity and a more beautiful way to go forward. And it says, allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. And this feels so relevant. I was called to look at the bottom. Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. And this, for you, feels eerily similar. What mask are you wearing, or what way are you blocking yourself from seeing that which you need to see right now? Are these things that are in balance or that hold sway over you in some sense blocking you from seeing clearly? Those will be different from each of you, but it's very interesting how close those images are. For you, this could be that. What is that for you? Become aware of it. The first step is admitting that maybe there might be a problem, right? That there might be something that needs healing or awareness or love or connection. Some need that's not being met, that you're using something else to fill it. It doesn't feel like it when that's what you're doing, but underneath it all, that's what's taking place. Okay. Let's see. If any of this is resonating with you, please take this time to, subscribe, like, share, comment. I'd love to connect with you and kind of hear what is connecting and residing with you and how this reading translates to your experience. All right, let's get some guidance from your higher self, from the great dreamer, the oneness, spirit, God, the divine, the universe, whatever word you prefer. The source of everything. What guidance does the oneness have for you in moving forward through this experience and all that's happening on your side as a result of it? Spirit of light, after the darkness. And this feels very much so like this, right? Those clouds, right? So this is moving forward. Spirit of light. And this, horse is looking to the right, which is looking towards potential of your future. I want to read about it. Let's see. Put this over here. Spirit of light. Okay, so this is cycles, hibernation, and dawn breaking, which I noticed this as well in this card. These storm clouds and this heaviness and this like chaotic energy of what will be happening when your person comes toward. This is how it feels for them in regards to their intentions towards you, is that when you come together, there will be a great shocking and jarring and a shift in the way things were to a way that they've never been before, and there will be no going back. But I did notice this dawn, right? And after the tower moment, if you write it out and you're open to it as a lesson, right? The clouds part and there's a beautiful bluebird day, right? That feeling. And a beautiful paint horse rears up in the night, its spirit carrying both the dark and the light. His eye is bright with curiosity as his mane blows back in the wind. He looks to the distance where there is a light on the ridge. Having been in darkness for some time, he is drawn to the promise of new energy, which motivates his body and mind. The ground is hard, the branch is bare, and the land is brown. But he knows the light that draws him forward will change everything. The sun sets and rises. Summer turns to autumn, then winter, and finally becomes spring. You are born into the world to grow, explore, and eventually pass on. Times that feel flat, lifeless, or deprived will give way to lighter, more joyful experiences. The bounce will return to your step, and your view of the world will be more optimistic. Within its mists, it is easy to feel that the darkness will never subside. Life may never be as it was, which is so interesting, right? I just said that. But the light will return, right? The light never left. It was just blocked. Okay, let's see. What was is now gone. In the stagnation of winter, your body, being, and brain can recalibrate. Hibernation allows you to rest and repair, align your values and vision, and reset your system for when the dawn emerges. When you feel lost and surrounded by shadows, do not despair. Instead, go inward and review what you have done, who you have been, and what is most important to you. Like the ebbing of the tide, energetic lows are a natural part of your unfolding cycle. You may need more sleep or time alone to rest and prepare for the subsequent rise. This time is crucial to the unfolding of the next phase. As you wake from the dark hibernation and slumber, you will see a light brighter than you have seen for a long time in the distance. The dawn breaking with new light calls your spirit forward. You must trust it. Your vision will be clearer, and you will feel a fresh pulse of energy course through your blood. You will feel yourself stretch, shake off the shadows, and tingle with anticipation. Just as the paint horse spirit catches the light of dawn in his eyes, your view will brighten with the emergence of your new life. So questions to ask to align with this. How can you be more patient and understanding of your low periods? What challenge can you put down and let rest so a natural unfolding can emerge? Are you willing to welcome periods of darkness? Are there any areas where you are grasping and pushing for your next vision before it is ready to emerge? And lastly, how can you step back and allow the light to open to you? So this is the guidance after the darkness. A message that no storm lasts forever, no hardship lasts forever. There is always an end. What is the lesson? What is the possibility? And that feels very much so, with this person's intention. This is Spirit's guidance in how to navigate it for your highest good and for your greatest expansion, for your best interest, right? Because with their intentions, a tower is never peaceful, right? Like one of my original tower moments was when I got pregnant at 16 and had cute little Gavin, right? I thought my life was over, but here I am, and he's 21 and an incredible human and the biggest light in my life. So you never know what comes after the intensity, but if you go into it with faith and a knowingness that it's meant to expand you and to strengthen you and to fortify you on a soul level, keep your sights on that and know that you are powerful enough and strong enough to endure and thrive through the experience if you keep an open mind and the mentality of how is this working for me. It is a lesson. It is something that will help you to be a more evolved, more loving, more connected person at the end of it. So the guidance of After the Darkness was how to navigate that for your greatest expansion and the most beneficial way possible. And I want to close it out with an angel number. Spirit, what would you like to say to the collective? Anything they need to hear through angel numbers? Eight. Listen to your gut. Intuition, trust, inner voice, guidance, positivity, and alignment. When you are positively motivated, your goals and dreams will unfold as they should. Let your inner voice be your primary guide on this journey. And what is your gut telling you now about this connection and how to navigate it, moving forward? In what areas of my life am I not listening to my gut? And how can I better align with my inner voice? So a call to reconnect with that inner guidance. The ego can only go so far. It needs the soul to guide it, to instruct it, to tell it what to do. The soul is the receptor. It is the guidance, right? And then the ego is your ability to bring it to life and to act upon it. So let your inner guidance be the one that tells you the path to take and the steps to take and how to do it and where to go. And then let the ego be the foot soldier that allows it to happen, right? And I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful for you in some way. And please let me know if it was. I'm sending you all so much love, and I will talk to you very soon.